So business, making money, getting clicks. Some people are saying shay, you know, kind of the mess or whatever talk show. Where do you draw the line of like what you'll put on, what you want? Is there ever like an interview where you didn't air it or said that's too much, or do you feel any responsibility, or is it, talk a little bit about that and that thought process of what you air and when?
But here's the thing. When if two people have a conversation, and this gentleman right here at this table, he said, man, let me tell you what happened. Such a, man, Jeffrey, he did this. That's gossip, because I had heard the other guy's side of the story. You and I having a conversation. You're not forcing me to say anything. How is it messy of me? I thought when you have a conversation, I don't say interviewing, when you have a conversation, I ask the person a question. If they answer the question honestly, how am I being messy? I just ask the question. I don't force anybody. I didn't force Kat, I didn't force Monique, I didn't force Kale, Gary Owens, and none of these guys to say anything. I asked before, is there anything you don't want to talk about? Sometimes they say yes. Most of the time, I'm an open book. I ask a question. I think the thing is, if you look at me where I'm different than most, when I'm asking questions, I don't look at them with judgy eyes. I have no judgment. This is a safe space. You get to say what you want to say. Then I let you guys decide. You've heard somebody else's story. A lot of times they come on and you're hearing things for the very first time. And I try not to, what I try to do is that if I'm going to have somebody on, I don't listen to any other interviews that they may have had, because I don't want it to cloud my vision of said person. So I want to ask the question in the most honest and sincere form without being judgy as I possibly can. People say that. See, people say, oh, you being messy, but the people that say that, they go on other people's podcasts and be messy. They have their own podcast and they're messy. The problem that they have, it's not that. They never said I was messy until I got 69 million views and Can't Win. I was never messy. Now, people was coming on there saying the exact same thing, and nobody said a word. It's the fact of the matter is, just because you was first at something, that doesn't mean you're the best at it. So now what has happened is that here's a guy that played in the NFL, and a lot of this has to do, I lost my job at Fox. I go from losing my job in June to being named the best sports personality on television, to Club Shay Shay moving to #1 on YouTube, to having the most viewed on YouTube, to having all this that's happening. So people try to shoot you down. Yeah. And I don't know, and it's not, it's us. And let's be candid, it's not us. Because as soon as I start having a little success that was more than what they were having, oh, he gay.
Yeah.
I was never, when I played in the NFL, nobody ever said anything about gay.
Yeah.
I've always been big. I've always been muscular. I wear fitted clothes. I work out. Why should I wear frumpy clothes to appease you?
Yeah.
I don't dress for you. I dress for me.
Yeah.
But that's what we do.
Yeah. So,
but you know what? It took me a while, because I tell people, I've kind of been someone. I was one of the best athletes in my area. So since I was about 17, people knew who Shannon Sharpe was. This is a different level of celebrity. And I remember having a conversation with Kat, and Kat said, they're gonna come. I said, Kat, bro, I mean, everybody, bro, I've been this. He said, no, Shannon. This is gonna change. I mean, a lot of you guys heard me say, this is gonna put you in a new realm. It's gonna put you in a new dimension. He said, Shannon, they're gonna come. I said, well, why? I didn't say anything. You said it. Why don't they come for you? Yeah. He said, because they know you can't respond like I can. He said, that was a buzz by. They don't want these direct hits. I said, oh.
Yeah.
So if he does the direct hits, I'm going to have to let him go somewhere to deliver those. So
talk about that. You kind of touched that. How difficult is that for you? You seem, when I watched you growing up, you prided yourself on saying what you feel, you know. Yeah. But now you're a businessman. You can't say what you feel. How difficult is that?
It's difficult. What I'm learning is that you don't have to have an opinion on everything. And it's okay to like, man, what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? And to just let it go.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part for me. But I do understand that when you sign on and you're part of a corporation and you have advertisers, you have other responsibilities other than just self.
Yeah.
So that's the hardest thing, one of the things that I've had to learn. But I'm okay with that. I think the biggest thing for me is not having an opinion, because I've always had an opinion. That's kind of how I got the job and got the position that I'm in, is to be able to have an opinion. And but I'm learning it's okay not to have an opinion on everything. And what's been most surprising is that some of the people that you see that, oh, bro, you were good and I love, those are the ones that do the most talking.
Yeah.
I don't talk about people. I don't have time. What you do, it's like, well, who your competition? I'm in competition with me. That's my competition. I don't worry about how many views or how many clicks or how many someone else got, because all I can do is maximize what I can do. And if Shannon Sharpe gets the best out of what Shannon Sharpe can be, I'm good with that. That might not be better than Tim. That might not be better than John, but that was the best I could be. I got the best out of my God-given ability. And at the end of the day, I lay my head on the pillow at night and I said, well, Shannon, you did the best you could today. That was it.
2 more questions for you, and then we're going to get you out of here.